Good evening, everybody. The Music Fan is back, bringing smiles to the faces, knowledge to the people, and most importantly, music to the masses. And I'm back with another episode of 5 Minute Theory. Now, I'm really excited about this video and the next couple because I'm going to be going in depth on time signatures. And when I mean in depth, I really mean in depth. Not only am I going to be talking about what a time signature is, how they work, and also different types of time signatures, I'm also going to be playing songs that have those time signatures so that you have an audio cue anytime you're looking for the time signature. I'm also going to be showing you how to conduct these time signatures so you have a visual cue. Two things. First off, if you haven't watched the last video on beats, rhythm, note lengths, and tempo, I highly recommend that you watch that first so that you have some building blocks to these videos because there's going to be a lot of information there. Second, a quick thing on conducting. Basically, the idea of conducting is that you have a plane where you start, and every one of your motions goes away from that plane and eventually comes back to it as a pulse. And I'll go a little bit more into that as we go through this video, but enough talking. Let's start the timer because we have a lot of information to get to. So what is a time signature? Well, basically time signatures are the information that we need in order to know how long our measures are and what particular note gets that pulse, so that we have a constant idea of a pulse as well as a building block for everything else in music. From there, you probably have seen time signatures before, and if you haven't, you've seen them somewhere else because they mostly look like fractions. The only thing is it doesn't have that little line in the middle, but it still has a numerator, it still has a denominator. The denominator tells us what note gets the beat, and the numerator tells us how many of those notes are in a measure. So we're going to be talking about simple meter this time around, and what I mean by that, it's basically a 1-to-1 ratio of your beats and to the actual time signature. So, for example, 4/4, common time, very simple idea. You have 4 beats in the measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. Anytime that you have a 4 on the bottom, you're going to have a quarter note getting the beat. You also might see common time as just a C, but that's usually the two ways of seeing that. Some examples of common time are songs like Happy. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or how about Don't Stop Believing? 2, 3, 4. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or how about Flush? 2, 3, 4. Even though there are offbeat ideas, it still works in 4/4. How to conduct that? Very simple. From your plane, you're going to go down, left, right, up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we also have 2/4, which you usually see more of when you have like a pulsing 2 bass line, where it's like doom, 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 doom. In marches, you'll hear that. A lot of those ideas get that 2/4, but you usually base 2/4 off of 4/4. To conduct that, very simple. You're going to go to the right and then back up. One particular example of that is Mumford & Sons' I Will Wait, where it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you also kind of feel that also in 4/4, which is why it's so closely resembled. The last one is 3/4, where it is much of a waltz tempo. In order to conduct that, you have 1, 2, 3. So you're going down, to the right, and then back up. One particular example of that is Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You feel it in the notes themselves. So, like I said, numerator is the number of notes in the measure, and the bottom number is what note gets that beat. So, the other thing about all these common time ones is that usually they're kind of interchangeable with the bottom. So, like 4/4 feels the same way as 4/2, so that's a half note getting the beat, or 4/1 with a whole note getting the beat, or 4/8 with a eighth note getting the beat. Same thing with 3 on the top, same thing with 2 on the top. The only difference is 2/2, which is à la brave, or cut time, which you'll see as a C and a line through the middle. Basically, they use that in more marches where it has a 4/4 feel, but the pulse is the half note, which makes it a little bit faster feeling. So that's the only real big difference, and that's all of our time on Simple Meter. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a like. Ask me any questions on this topic, give me any comments on this topic, or let me know other topics that you would like to learn. And subscribe to my channel so you can see more of these videos, because I will be putting out, hopefully every Saturday, one of these videos. And just keep on watching my videos. So that was the first part of talking about time signatures, and we were talking about Simple Meter. Go listen to some songs that are in 4/4, 3/4, 2/4, or even, hey, let me know some of your favorite songs in those meters. Because next time, we're going to go a little bit more difficult, and we're going to be talking about compound meter. But until then, this is the Music Fan, and I'm signing off.